Ever wonder how people go from nothing to living the dream? We see the Lambos and mansions, but rarely the grind and struggle behind them. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on some of the world's most famous self-made millionaires and billionaires. We're digging into their real origin stories, how they started with little more than an idea and relentless drive. If you're ready for real inspiration and the blueprints behind building an empire from scratch, you're in the right place. Let's decode the secrets of success. Let's get into it. Let's start with a legend, Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty in Mississippi, Oprah's childhood was tough. She's talked about wearing dresses made from potato sacks. But she had a gift: she could connect with people. She landed a scholarship, started in radio, and became the youngest and first black female news anchor at her station. When she was told she was too emotional for the news and demoted, most would have quit. Instead, Oprah turned that setback into her superpower. She took over a struggling morning talk show, brought her authentic self, and audiences loved her. That show became the blueprint for the Oprah Winfrey Show. She didn't change who she was, she changed the game. Oprah's story proves your unique qualities can be your greatest assets. She built a multi-billion-dollar empire by being real, not by fitting in. Sometimes, rejection is just redirection. Next up, the real-life Tony Stark, Elon Musk. Musk grew up in South Africa, taught himself to code, and sold his first game at 12. He moved to North America, dropped out of Stanford after 2 days, and jumped into the internet boom. With his brother, he started Zip2, sleeping in the office, coding by day, server by night. Compaq bought Zip2 for over $300 million. Musk walked away with $22 million. Instead of retiring, he bet it all on X.com, which became PayPal. Ousted as CEO, he still made $180 million when eBay bought PayPal. Musk then risked everything again, investing nearly all his fortune into SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. Friends thought he was crazy, but he kept betting on big ideas. He faced near bankruptcy, but his relentless risk-taking paid off. Musk's story is about going all in, again and again. He didn't just chase trends, he created them. The lesson? Bet on yourself, even when it looks impossible. That's how legends are made. Now, meet Sara Blakely, founder of Spanx. Her billion-dollar idea started with scissors and a pair of pantyhose. Selling fax machines door-to-door taught her resilience. She heard no, constantly. With $5,000 in savings, she wrote her own patent and cold-called factories for a prototype. Every mill said no, until one owner's daughters convinced him to give her a shot. To get into Neiman Marcus, she demoed Spanx in the ladies' room. Bold moves. She hustled, calling friends to buy her product and selling it herself in stores. The big break. Oprah named Spanx a favorite thing and sales exploded. Blakely built a billion-dollar company with no outside investment. Her story is pure hustle, persistence, creativity, and never taking no for an answer. She turned a personal problem into a global brand. Sometimes, the best ideas come from everyday frustrations. Start small, think big, and keep pushing. Starbucks, magic? That's Howard Schultz's vision. Raised in Brooklyn's projects, Schultz saw his father lose his job and dignity after an injury, no safety net. He promised to treat people better if he ever had the chance. Schultz worked his way up, discovered Starbucks, and was inspired by Italian espresso bars, sense of community. The founders rejected his idea to sell coffee drinks, so he left and started his own coffee bar. He proved the concept, then bought Starbucks and merged the businesses. Schultz built Starbucks into a global brand focused on experience and respect for employees. His drive came from childhood hardship and a desire to create a third place for people. He turned personal pain into a mission. Schultz's story: see what's missing, fight for your vision, and never forget where you came from. Empathy can be a business superpower. Sometimes, the best ideas are the ones everyone else rejects. WhatsApp's Koum is the ultimate immigrant success story. Raised in Ukraine with no hot water, he moved to the US and survived on food stamps. He taught himself computers, landed at Yahoo, and was later rejected by Facebook. Koum wanted a simple private messaging app. No ads, no games, just connection. His experience in a surveillance state made privacy his top priority. WhatsApp grew by word of mouth to hundreds of millions of users. In 2014, Facebook bought WhatsApp for $19 billion, the same company that once rejected him. Koum signed the deal at the Social Services Office, where he once collected food stamps. His story: turn your struggles into your strengths. Build what you wish existed. Ralph Lauren didn't just design clothes. He created the American dream. Born Ralph Lifshitz in the Bronx, He grew up far from the world he'd later define. Obsessed with style, he worked odd jobs to buy sharp suits and dreamed big. As a tie salesman, he pitched bold, wide ties. His boss said no, so he started polo from a tiny showroom drawer. He sold ties out of his car, hustling boutique to boutique. The ties were a hit, and he quickly expanded into menswear, then women's wear, fragrances and home goods. Lauren built a lifestyle brand from scratch, crafting not just clothes but an identity. He changed his name and redefined American fashion. His story: you don't have to be born into a world to shape it. Vision and hustle can create new realities. Sell the dream, not just the product. Daymond John, the people's shark, started Fubu in his mum's Queens living room. He saw hip-hop culture exploding but no brands representing it. He sewed hats, sold them on the street, and made $800 in a day. With friends, he turned his mum's house into a factory. She even mortgaged it for startup cash. They hustled, selling out of car trunks, and getting rappers to wear Fubu in music videos. The breakthrough: LL Cool J wore Fubu in a Gap ad, and demand exploded. Stores that once ignored them came calling. Fubu became a global phenomenon, built on authenticity and relentless grind. Daymond worked at Red Lobster by night to keep the dream alive. His story: solve a real need, stay true to your roots, and outwork everyone. Sometimes the best marketing is just being seen by the right people. Bet on your community and yourself. 7 stories, 7 different paths. 1 lesson: resilience and self-belief are everything. These icons started as outsiders, faced rejection, and turned setbacks into fuel. There's no secret map, just start, learn, and refuse to quit. Their stories prove success is a choice, not an accident. Whatever your idea is, the world is waiting for it.